says the thief comes only in order to steal, kill, and destroy. So his sole purpose in your life is to steal, kill, and destroy you. I came that they may have life. The I in this is Jesus. I came that they may have and enjoy life. That they may have and what? Enjoy life. Please don't raise your hands on this. Have you run across people that it seems to you that they're just not enjoying life? It's just they wake up every day and they go, oh, got to go to work. Well, listen, praise God, you've got a job. I got to go to work. I got to do whatever. Things are so tough. Listen, the life that Jesus has provided for us, we're supposed to enjoy it. There ought to be joy in your everyday life. As a matter of fact, doesn't the Bible tell us that the joy of the Lord is our strength? You get strength from joy. This is one of the areas that the enemy attacks you, steal, killing, and destroy. He tries to steal your joy. Listen to me. He tries to steal your joy. He wants you to be in the mully grubs. Y'all know what I mean by the mully grubs? He wants you to be down all the time. And the reason for that is the joy of the Lord is your strength. If you are joyful, then there is strength in that. He doesn't want to battle you from a position of strength. He wants to battle you from a position of weakness, you being in a position of weakness. So he tries to come and steal that joy away from you. So Jesus came that we might have life and enjoy it. And then where it really words it a little differently in the Amplified is, and have it in abundance to the full till it overflows. I want to share something with you. And I want you to develop this mentality. God is a God of abundance. He is not the God of barely get by. Have you ever heard someone say, well, I don't want a whole lot. I don't need a whole lot. I just need enough for me and my family. Have you ever heard it? Don't raise your hand. Have any of you ever heard something? You nod at me. Have any of you ever heard somebody say that? You may have said it yourself. I don't want a lot. I don't want a lot. I just want enough for me and my family. Actually, that way, now that sounds real good, doesn't it? That sounds real humble. But actually, that is very selfish. What? It's selfish. Just wanting enough for you and your family is selfish. There are a whole lot of other people around you that need stuff. And they don't know God the way that you know God. They don't know how to believe God the way that you know how to believe God. So you have to do it for them. So you owe it to those around you to believe God to the maximum. You owe it to those that are around you to believe God for life that overflows and is abundant so that no one doubts that you're a servant of the Lord when they look at you. My goodness, the Lord has blessed them. You can't hide it. There's no denying it. Do you know the reason that most people are not, and I'm talking about just good people, okay? The reason that most good people are not a bigger blessing than what they are is because they don't have it. They don't have if they had the money, they would bless people. Well, I don't want too much because I've seen people that all of a sudden came into money and it destroyed them. Well, let me share something with you while we're on it. Money, listen, you're going to want to write this down. Money makes you more of what you already are. It is simply a magnifying glass. If you're an old stingy tightwad with a little bit of money, then if you get a lot of money, you're just going to be a big stingy tightwad. If you're selfish with a little bit of money, you'll be selfish with a lot of money. See, the book of Proverbs tells us, and I believe it's in Proverbs chapter 1, tells us that prosperity will destroy. I knew somebody. They got an inheritance and it destroyed them. Well, that's in Proverbs chapter 1. It says that prosperity will destroy a fool. So if you know of somebody that came into money and it destroyed them, guess what? They were a fool. You just couldn't tell it until they got a lot of... They were always a fool. You just couldn't tell it until something magnified it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Money is very simply a magnifier. It makes you more of what you already are. That is why... Isn't there a principle in the Bible? The answer is yes. That says, he that is faithful in a little will be made ruler over a lot. God is not going to entrust things into your hand if you're not faithful with what it is you... See, if you have the attitude, well, when I get a lot, then I'll start doing so and so and so and so. Nope. Doesn't work that way. I've heard people say this years. I'll start tithing as soon as I have more money. Okay, sunshine, you're not going to have more money until you start tithing. That's the way that works. Tithing is not a question of money anyway. Tithing is an issue of honoring God. You honor God with your first fruit. And how many of you know when you honor God, He's going to honor you. He's going to bless you. When God blesses you, you talk about the Midas touch. We bless Him, and it is so small compared to the way that He reciprocates honoring us back. Doesn't the Bible also tells us that if we humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God, that He will exalt us in due time? So there are principles. You do what it is that you know to do. You be faithful with what it is that you have.